Hello, viewers. This is your Michael from Screen Review, my 630 podcast. This is my 630 podcast. Like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to breathe so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will take to adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain some adult language if you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, that means you have to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this and everything else out of the way, let's talk about Loki. I know that Loki, after watching, I wanted to rewatch season. After watching, after watching this season and this season and the previous season, over again, I gotta say they did a good. I gotta say they did a good job with Loki. This Loki series did a good job helping Loki see the era of his reign, and basically this help Loki, help Loki evolve, as a character, and as a character, and fully reach his true self, like his true potential. So basically, what I mean by it is that ever since Loki debuted, in the four movie, Loki's always been always been Loki's always been wanting power. He wants to rule over people because he wanted power. He always that was basically Loki's goal. He didn't care. He didn't really care who he screwed. Oh, whoa! He didn't really care that whoever he has to do. Whoever he had to screw over, he will get power without any hesitation. But during the whole Loki series, we see Loki, realize that realize that I've been I've been trying to get power, trying to rule over trying to get a throne and all that, and I realized something, you know, what it cost me a lot. So basically, Loki, like this whole Loki series was about Loki. Be like, you know what, really seeing that, really affecting on his life and all the choices that he did, to suit a power, ruling and getting a throne. That's been Loki's main that's been Loki's main goal. It's like, I want power. I want to rule I want to rule over people, and I want to do it I want to do it on my own throne. That's been Loki's goal ever since he debuted in the MCU. But but during the whole Loki series, we get to see Loki, like, realizing, wait, maybe no, all the things that I did, starting to, reflect all the things that he did, trying to gain power. So basically, that was the whole point of this of the Loki series, helping Loki realize that, you know, realize that, I can, if I do get power, that's all I have. That's all I had. But, if I do get power, who I I don't have nobody to share my power with. So basically, Loki had to, during this whole series, we see Loki above actually carry some more people. Now, don't get me wrong, Loki did care about his foster mom, Freya and whatnot. He does, even though even though him and Thor do bump heads, but he does care about Thor. So basically, realizing that he finally realized that if I didn't seek out power and cause all the bad things, my life wasn't that bad. So basically, if I wasn't a hunger monger, my life would do what I would my life with my foster dad, my foster brother, wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad with my foster family as well. So basically, I did have a good, I did have a good thing with my foster family. Just finally, he just finally realized that, and also for the other characters who are witness or whatnot, also. So basically, when Loki, when when Kang, who remains Kang, told Loki that this is what I've been trying to pay you for and whatnot. But so basically, you will have to be ordered to the timeline. But these are the only options that you can to preserve the timeline. But Loki realized that through his evolution and becoming the storybook Loki, the storybook Loki, or I call him Time Loki, Time Loki. He realized there's always another option. So basically, we see that for all the people that he met, for Morbius, Sylvie, all the different variants at the time, Bill, even Miss Minutes, even Miss Minutes, he realized that 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 learned compassion, learned to care about people besides besides himself, and and his goal for power is was just was just an empty pursuit was just an empty pursuit because he because Loki pursuit for power really done a lot of damage to people. He burned a lot of bridges with people, etc. But through this series, we see Loki realizing that power is not everything. So what is power? I can have all the power in the world, but who am I to I can have all the power in the world and and move over people, but who am I? Who am I? Who I'm supposed to? Who I'm supposed to supposed to use this power to power or with. So basically, I have all the power in the world. I don't have any friends to hey, to guess how I should use this power. To disagree or disagree or agree with to hey, yeah, hey, you should be doing this with your powers, or this, or that, or don't do this, and whatnot. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, we see Loki, we see Loki. So Loki, Loki did, Loki Loki's dream of gaining power and ruling over a throne did finally came true, but in a different way. We see a much better. We see, in the course of the series, we see Loki really realizing, the cost of having power, the cost and sacrifices of obtaining the power and the throne that he always wanted. Like obtain his own throne. So basically, Loki is sacrificing himself to make sure that all these timelines doesn't that get the chance to exist. Was the ultimate sacrifice, and also like in a twisted way, Loki, like he said, he always wanted power. He wanted his own throne to rule over with his power. So basically, he does end up getting those things, but in a much different way. So basically, that's why I really like this series. So basically, if they do a season 3 of Loki, most likely after Secret Wars, after Secret Wars and whatnot, may have to wait till after Secret Wars to for a season 3. But most likely, Loki will be back for Secret Wars. He might be back to Secret Wars, and that will appear in Secret Wars to help out the Avengers and whatnot. And all the different time periods of certain Marvel characters as well. But so basically, as for Renslayer, most likely we might see her, pop up in Secret War somewhere, or maybe in some other future, before, in another Marvel, a limited TV series somewhere in the future before before Secret Wars. But we just have to wait and see. So anyway, I gotta say, this is brilliant. This is the Loki. Also, I got to say this season of Loki helped set up bringing the X-Men into the main Marvel universe as well. So basically, once the movie saga starts, Loki had paid the way for bringing the X-Men into the main Marvel universe as well. So basically, it's but after Secret Wars, it's most likely the new X Men series, the new X Men movie series, it's gonna be with new actors, and basically because of Loki, it's already been set up that these guys are already in the ECU, or already in the Marvel Cinematic Universe because of how the Loki series set up the whole different timeline, all the multiple timeline differences and whatnot. So basically, it'll be much easier to the Loki series will play a major part of setting up the X-Men characters to be born into the MCU, along with some other characters as well. So anyway, like I said, I love season 2 of Loki. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. It was funny. It was hot for as well. So basically, if they do a season 3 after Secret Wars, I can't wait. Until then, we just have to wait and see. So anyway, what do you guys think about Loki season 2? Good, bad, or just okay? Please let me know in the comments below. Anyway, signing off from Screen Reviews. One.